Hello and welcome you all the students of MSc Final. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is non-first order spectra or second order spectra. Do you know well that in NMR spectroscopy two things play very important role. One is chemical shift, that can be denoted by either delta or in the form of nu in hertz. And second thing is J, that is called coupling constant. Okay, in today's video session we are going to discuss that when in NMR spectra delta nu value is greater or equal to, in other words we can say the ratio of delta nu in hertz and coupling constant in hertz greater than or equal to 10, then this type of the spectra will be called as first order spectra. On the other hand, in the case where chemical shift value and coupling constant values ratio is less than 10, then this type of the spectra is called non-first order spectra. Okay, in first order spectra, for the calculation of number of peaks for a particular protons in multiplate can be calculated using this formula, capital N equal to 2ni plus 1 for proton. This formula can be written as n plus 1 because for proton in this formula n is the number of lines for a particular protons in multiplate and small n is the magnetically equivalent neighboring protons. Means if a particular proton is surrounded by two types of the magnetically equivalent protons, then value of n for that proton will be 2. And on the other hand, in non-first order spectra, this formula cannot be applied, and the other formula, that is n equal to n plus 1 and s plus 1, can be applied to calculate the number of peaks in a particular multiplates of proton. Okay, and Iz is the nuclear spin of proton X. For example, the Iz value of proton is half, and by putting the value of Iz in this equation, we get 2n into half plus 1, that is n plus 1, where n is the number of magnetically equivalent protons surrounded by a particular type of the protons for which we are going to calculate the splitting of the signal. Okay. In the case of non-first order spectra, second thing is that Pascal's rule does not follow. You know what is Pascal's rules? To calculate the intensities of the signal in a particular type of the multiplate, we can use Pascal's formula. For example, a doublet has the intensity of 1:1, means a doublet in which two peaks are there having the intensity in the ratio 1:1, and for triplet the intensity ratio will be 1:2:1 according to the Pascal's rule. But in the case of non-first order spectra, this intensity 1:2:1 cannot be followed because of distortion of multiplets. Means in the case of non-first order spectra, unequal height lines are obtained in the spectra of the proton. Okay, is it clear? What are the differences between first order spectra and second order spectra? I think it has been cleared. What are the difference first order and non-first order? When a particular type of the protons follows first order spectra, and when a particular type of the protons follows non-first order spectra. Okay. For example, we take a simple example: CS3, CS2, Br, and another example is CS3, CS2, CS2, Br. Yani one bromo propane and one bromo ethane. In the case of these two examples, in this case there are two types of the protons, HA type of the protons and HB type of the protons. And in this case there are three types of the protons, HA, HB and HC. Okay. We get triplet for HB type of the protons and we get quartet for HA type of the protons, because the number of neighboring protons with respect to HA protons are 3. We can apply n plus 1 means number of magnetically equivalent protons near to the HA protons, means n equal to 3 plus 1 equal to 4, means we get quartet for HA type of the protons and we get triplets for HB type of the protons. Okay, but in the second case, one bromo propane, these protons are in close proximity with CS3 type of the protons and CS2 type of the protons, means these two type of the protons surrounded by these two type of the protons are not magnetically equivalent protons. In the case of when the neighboring protons with respect to a particular protons are not magnetically equivalent, then in this case we cannot apply n plus 1 rule at the low field strength. It means when an instrument is operating at low field strength, then in this case we can't get the first order spectra of the compound. But when we increases the operating frequency of the system, then we get the first order type of the spectra for the same compound. Means this compound gives non-first order spectra at low operating frequency, and when we increases the operating frequency, we can get the first order spectra of the same compound. Okay. For example, the operating frequency is 60 megahertz. Then we get non-first order spectra, and on the other hand, we get first order spectra when we increases operating frequency up to 300 megahertz. You know very well that when we increases the field strength of the instrument, means operating frequency of the instrument, in that case the value of coupling constant remains constant, but the value of chemical shift changes. On increasing the frequency, operating frequency of the instrument, the J remains constant and chemical shift increases. In that case, when delta nu increases, J value remains constant. In that case, we get this ratio greater than or equal to 10, and the spectra obtained is called first order spectra. And on the other hand, when the operating frequency of the instrument is less, then in that case the ratio of delta U upon J will be less than 10 and the spectra will be known first order spectra. Known first order spectra means we get the spectrum having unequal height lines in the spectrum or distorted multiplates. Distorted multiplates means, for example, if we talk about doublet should be 1:1 intensity, heights line having 1:1 intensity, but due to the distortion, there will be shifting in the intensities of these two peaks. Is it clear? Here we will discuss under this topic known first order spectra different types of the compounds and some patterns of the compounds has been given here. For example, AB type of the system, AX type of the system, AMX, ABX, AB2, AX2, etc. ABC. Okay. Here, first we discuss AB type of the system. Here, two types of the protons are there, HA and HB. Means HA protons are in close proximity with the HB type of the protons and vice versa. In this case, HA protons and HB protons mutually couple with each other and give doublets. This is doublet, and this is doublet for another type of the protons. Okay, but in the known first order spectra case, the peak intensities of the doublet are not equal. Means the line outside the spectrum having less height in compared to the inside. Means inner peaks enlarged due to the distortion of the multiplate. This is called distortion of the multiplate. Suppose this system could have follow first order spectra, then in that case we get this type of the spectrum pattern. But there is some distortion, then we get this type of the spectra having inner peaks enlarged, and in this case the chemical shift value cannot be calculated at the midpoint because the center of gravity has been shifted. At this peak's height increases at the cost of decrease in the height of the outer line. Okay, so this is called AB type of the system. Here AB means in alphabetics A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H means the distance between A and B is very close, very less. So this type of the system is called AB system. Suppose the distance between A and the other type of the protons will be very greater, then system become AX type of the system. AX. Okay. These categories of the systems are based on the value of chemical shifts for the different type of the protons. If the chemical shift value for two protons are very near or very close to each other, then that type of the system is called AB system. And when the value of chemical shift is or difference in the chemical shift values of the two protons is very greater, then this type of the system is called AX system. Is it clear? Which system is AB system and which system will be AX system? The another system is AMX system. In this system, one type of the protons protons are in close proximity with two types of the protons having different magnetic environment. Means one type of the proton is surrounded by two different type of the protons having different magnetic environment or magnetically non-equivalent protons. Here, three types of the protons are there as A, proton A type, M type, and X type. This name denotes the chemical shift value of the different type of the protons. A type of the protons, the value of chemical shift for A type of protons is very different from M type of the protons, and value of coupling constant chemical shift value for M type of proton is very different from X type of the protons. This is a simple example of AMX type system. Here, this Y is the highly electronegative atom. Okay, and these three protons are non-equivalent protons because the chemical environment of all these three protons are not equivalent, so we get three peaks. But due to the coupling with each other or mutual coupling, we get three quartets or doublet of the doublet. This is doublet of the doublet because here, for example, if we concentrate on these protons, then exact type of the protons are in close proximity with Ha type of the protons and Xm type of the protons, and these two type of the protons are not equivalent. So we can get the lines in the multiplet using n plus 1 into n dash plus 1 formula. Here one type of the neighboring protons and n dash another type of the neighboring protons, 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1, we get 2 into 2 equal to 4. That is double doublet. In the same way, we can calculate the number of lines for Ha type of the protons. Ha type of the protons are very near to Hm type of the protons and Hx type of the protons. So we get same doublet of the doublet. And in the same way, we can calculate the number of lines for Hm type of the protons. So in the AMX system, we get this type of the spectrum. Is it clear? In today's lecture, we have discussed non-first order spectra or second order spectra with two examples, AD type of the system and AMX types of the system. Okay, and thank you all. And you know that nowadays temperature is going down, and in this climatic scenario, the spread of the COVID-19 or coronavirus become very prone, and so we have to take care and we have to follow the guidelines issued by the state government as well as the central government, and stay home and wash your hands and mouth using hand wash or soap frequently. And another thing is that keep physical distance, or third thing is stay home whenever you feel necessary. You can go outside for a limited time, but don't go outside unnecessarily, and these are some safety measures, so you have to follow to keep yourself healthy. Okay, thank you all.